Good evening traders, it's currently Thursday the 26th of March and the time is 7:45 p.m. Welcome to the channel again traders, and if you're new I just want to welcome you guys all for the first time, and if you've been to my channel before I also want to welcome you back. And guys, we've been looking at the markets again today in this crazy situation we've got in the world right now, and I see an opportunity playing out in a pair that we don't often trade. But there's been a development in this pair which has made me think, well, you know, it's certainly starting to, well, not starting to, certainly meeting some of my rules here. And that pair is the Euro Canadian dollar. Now here we are on the 3 monthly chart of the Euro CAD, and what you will see is that we've had this run up in price here. Okay, now this run up in price has coincided with high highs, higher lows, high highs, high lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then I'm going to try and keep this chart as clean as possible. And then if I go down to the monthly chart, what I saw was this huge run up here. This huge run up in price here, and now ever since that price has been correcting. Now what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to play this correction long, basically because we've had a massive run up in price. We've got price now correcting in a sideways motion, and I'm now just looking for a reason to try and hop on board for the next leg up, or at least even to the highs anyway. So as I sort of go down the time frames, looking for a pattern that I recognise, I notice that price has sold off fairly sharply there, and then we've had a rebound, and then what I deem to be a correction. So what I do, I keep going down the time frames to see what I can see, and finally I get to this point here, and then I see a shape starting to develop on this pair, and I look at an impulsive move, and I look at a correction. Now let me carry out some Fibonacci work here, because the first thing that struck me was on this 2-hour chart was that we have, if I get my horizontal line, we have a level of structure over here. If I drop a line in there, that we have two bounces on this support level, and there's a touch there, there's another touch there, and there's two bounces here. So it's quite a significant level. So price has been supported there very recently. The other thing I realise is at that level of structure, if I take a fib from the low up into the high, we're on a 618. So not only do we have our structure, let me put that back in the yellow line, not only do we have our structure, we have a 618 retracement of this leg. Okay, so we're starting to build up a case now potentially for entry. Let's get rid of those lines and Fibonacci's. Now the other thing is, if I grab a fib extension, take it down to that low and then up into that high, because that is the first small advance and then pull back, and look where the equal legs 100 comes in, right on that spot. Equal legs 100, Fibonacci 618, structure on a 2-hourly chart. So I'm quite interested in this level from a going long point of view. Now, what's in this trade for me? Well, okay, what we're looking to do, because if we go up to the higher time frame, we've had this massive run up, and we've got a level of 3-month structure up here, and we've got another level of 3-month structure further up. So we're certainly thinking that price has come down into an area now where it could take off. So let me just go down to the 1-hour chart, and as you can see, things may be already starting to happen, because this is where we've had the bounce. Okay, let me just lift MACD up a moment. We've had the bounce. Look at MACD. Look at price. Let's get rid of that for a moment. Look at price. So price has hit, come on. Price has hit this level on 2 occasions, and MACD now is showing positive divergence to price. So I've got 4 bits of evidence. I've got daily structure. I've got a fib retracement, 618. I've got a fib extension, equal legs. I've now got positive divergence, all lining up at this level. Now price has left me a little bit and sort of taken off. So let me just have a look at how I'm going to look to get in this trade, because what I'd like to do is I'd like to think that, okay, so we're back down to the 50% retracement in price. Okay, and I could wait for it to go into the 618, but I think we're so advanced in this move now, it's possible that I may not get in. I may not get an entry. So I'm going to go in at the market, and then I'm going to go to my live account, and I'm going to set that up from there. So let me get my my tool, my favorite little tool, and set this up. So let's put the there's my tool going on to price, where price is right now. Okay, so the next question is, where do my stops go? Well, okay, we're at a level of structure here, which I don't really want to, you know, if price is to come below this level of structure here, then I have to assume that price is going to go a lot lower. Now, currently we are at 115 pips worth of risk here. Okay, so I can lot size my trade to make this worth my while. And as I go up the trade, I go up to the top of the charts here. Let's have a look at what lines up here. Okay, so where we're lining up here is we're lining up at this level here, which is a 3-month level of structure. Okay, and I just want to see if there's anything else I should be playing for here. 1 second. Yeah, it's a 3-month level of structure, and that's what we're going to shoot for. So we're looking at 322 pips against 115 pips of risk. That's a 2.79 to 1 risk reward. So I'm going to get into this trade, guys, just before anything else happens, and hopefully we'll come back to the charts and find that we've got a positive result. I just seem to be struggling to open up my deal here. 1 moment there, folks. Okay, we're back. So we've got it working now. So we go in. What do I want to do? I want to create an order. Now, what I want to do this time is I want to buy the market at market. Perfect. Now, I don't want to risk any more than 1% of my account. So let's just take this up here as we get higher. And in fact, I'm in a situation where I can actually risk 0.95%, which is absolutely great. So let's buy at market, and let's see what happens, guys. I will keep you informed of how this trade gets on. As you can see, the trade's been executed, so we're now long the Euro CAD. Let's just come out of this so you can see how that lines up, and let's get rid of some of these. In fact, let's just get rid of those there. So there you go. So what we're hoping is for a hop, skip and a jump up to this level here, which will, you know, give us some nice profit and also a good risk reward. So I'll keep you informed, guys. Happy trading, and keep trading your plan. Good evening, traders, and welcome to Hautrader UK. It is currently Sunday the 29th of March, and the time is currently 3 minutes to 11 PM UK time. Guys, I wanted to first of all welcome you to the new trading week and welcome you to Hautrader UK. And just to remind you, if you are liking the content and want more and are interested with what I've got to say here, come along and subscribe to the channel, or touch the bell on the press the bell on the sites on YouTube here, and that will allow you to get any future videos or any future trades that I make online. Now, the situation we have with the COVID-19 here in the UK, all around the world actually, is obviously very, very worrying. and the markets have responded, and they've responded, as you can imagine, very negatively to that situation. But I just wanted to take a side note to forget about trading for the moment, and just ask and just hope you guys, look after yourselves, look after your families, keep them indoors if that's what your government's saying to do, because these are very, very serious times that we're having here right now. And it's necessary for us to listen to what the scientists and the government are saying. So from the heart here, I just want to say, keep you guys self safe, keep your family safe, and obviously be diligent and practice cleanliness and wash your hands and gloves and clean down surfaces, all that sort of thing. We've all got to make it through this one way or another, and it's important that we do that. So without further ado, it's a very quick video here tonight, because we're only looking at some trade management, and the trade that we're talking about is the Euro CAD. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, we entered into a long position on this Euro CAD last week, Thursday or Friday last week. And what we looked at, let's go down the time frames. We were looking at this correction here, and we were looking at the fact that we'd had a massive run up in price, and we're now correcting that leg up. So this correction here has to come to its fruition at some point, and either that's going to be south, either that's going to head down, or let's get that tool there. Price is either going to head down or price is going to head up. Now, which way we don't know, but based on the patterns that I'm seeing, based on what the market is telling me, I think that that's going to be up. So what we've done is we've entered at the market last week, and as I'm going to go down the time frames, we saw a pattern in here that we recognize, okay, and we bought price, and price had already bottomed out twice here, and we were starting to move up. Let's go down to the hourly chart. Now, as you can see, price has moved somewhat in our favor, because there's our entry and there's price. There is our stop. So the next move in this ongoing trade is what I do is I grab a vertical line, and I go to my stop loss, and I project the risk that I have in the market forward. And there's the risk, and that's represented by this pink bar. I then project that forward in price. Okay? And what I do is, once price has gone to this level, I bring my stop to break even or just above. Because what this tells me is that I've now eliminated, as far as price is concerned here now, the market has given me the opportunity to eliminate that risk that I had, and I need to take it. So without further ado, let's just bring down MACD here, because MACD is looking quite big. That's better. So here we go. We just get the stop loss, drag it to just beyond break even, and that's it. And I'm just going to modify it, and at the bottom left there you see that the price has been taken into market. So we're now in a no-lose situation with the Euro CAD. The take profit, as you can see, is up here some 300 and odd pips away. Let me just have a look at how many pips away that is. I need to move quickly because I need to go into my own account and I need to put this right. So here we go. We are some 316 pips away. So let's see how we go, and I'll keep you guys in tune with the market. Guys, I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Take care now. Hey traders, welcome to Hautrader UK. It's currently Tuesday, the 31st of March, and the time is 5 to 10 PM UK time. Hope all you guys are well in the current pandemic that we're having, and you're looking after yourselves and your loved ones. I just want to do a very short video about a trade which we entered a few days ago, which has come to a close now, but I just want to explain a couple of things that's happened in this particular trade and with this pair, and how I view our next step if there's going to be one. That pair in question is the Euro Canadian dollar. So the Euro Canadian dollar. Now I've started down on the monthly chart. Sorry, on the hourly chart. And what you will see here by this little blue arrow in here is in this bar, this is where we bought the market. And we bought the market based on the fact that price had this massive run up and was now correcting. These yellow lines, this yellow dotted line here is 3 monthly structure. So at the bottom of this wick is a structure. Yeah, is a line which we've put in a structure. So if I go back down to the hourly chart, just minimize that a little, we bought price there. Okay. Now what has happened is price has moved up and allowed us to move our stop to break even. Price has continued up and then come back down and taken us out in this bar here, which is denoted by the red arrow. Now, the thing to mention here is if I look at this bar where approximately where we entered, and I take price up to the high of today, at one point we were 231 pips up. Now guys, most of the time, most people would be happy with that kind of return. However, what we're trying to do here, or in my plan, what I've written is that I am not going to take off profits at a certain level or take off half of the position at a level because it messes with my risk reward ratio and ultimately messes with my profits. So what I've decided to do is I'm a one in, one out kind of trader now. If it gets there, it gets there. If it doesn't get to my target, it doesn't get to my target. But the aim is to try and get to break even as quickly as possible. Now what that means here is we've had a break even trade. Okay, we've not made any money, we've not lost any money. Now, how would you view a break even trade? I'll tell you how I view a break even trade. The Forex market, the professionals that operate in the Forex market, the institutions, the guys who have access to much more data than you, much more money than you, are trying to take your money. And I've been in a trade where I've been 231 pips up and I didn't lose any money. That for me is a winning trade, because to come into the Forex market and not lose money is to me the right side of where I want to be. Now, as you can see here, price has come down to our 3 month structure wick and price has bounced. And let's just take a close look at how much that has bounced. In one hourly candle, that has bounced 82 pips. Now the temptation here, what is your emotions telling you here when you see a bar like that? The old me would have thought, oh my gosh, look at this bar, look, there's got to be serious buying pressure here. I need to buy this up, I need to buy this up. However, I'm going to walk away from this trade simply because I don't see a pattern now that meets my plans, that meets my rules. There's nothing here in this pattern that has now formed since we entered that meets my my plan. And on that basis alone, as much as this bar here there's obviously some buying pressure here, but you know there's things that happen in the market that are put there to suck you in, and this could be one of those moments. And you know, guys, I could be sitting on something and price may well just go bam and go up to the target that I'd originally set. And if that's the case, so be it. But on the other side, if I'd entered, price may also do that. And then we're 1% down. So what I'm trying to say here is do not revenge trade. If you see something that keeps you in alignment with the trade that you initially entered, and what has then played out is now, you know, falls into your plan still, then by all means take the trade. But here, for me, there's nothing in here that shows me that I need to be taking this trade, regardless of what this bar's doing. Guys, I'm going to upload this to YouTube and the other social media sites. Feel free to comment on this trade. You know, by the way, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, get on board, guys. Let's make this a bit of a movement. Take care now, guys.